I'm going to do another how we wore our hair in the 90s. So this is a part down the center, so from the top all the way down to the back of your head. Twist and then tuck it in on each side. So instead of doing a pigtails, which I showed you guys a picture of, I use it as a thumbnail of when I had the little pigtails, you could just separate it on each side and then just tuck your ends in. So that's another how we wore our hair in the 90s. If you guys have YouTube channels and you have videos of hairstyles or old pictures of how you wore your hair in the 90s, please link it in the comment section. I love to see those videos. I love all hairstyle videos, especially when there are old pictures. So I'm going to tell you guys what I'm doing and explain why this is so important to me. Once I record their criticism, now I'll go back and listen to it to see if their criticism of me is real or if it's just something they're making up. In real life, you can't do it because you can't like just keep recording everything and then going back. But because of this situation and they wanted to take credit for what I was doing and saying, it's important. So I'm going to upload a video where they criticize me for saying Native American. What I actually said, there's a sentence, and I'll use the screenshot of the transcript to show you guys as a thumbnail. I said, translate my English into an English they can understand or into their language because the way a Native American speaks, especially someone from New York. So I'm going to continue to load the video that I have where I said if I confuse things by making it sound like Native American, I apologize. But that's my point. It's a full sentence. So clearly I'm not talking about Native Americans. I'm talking about my English. And that's part of what I'm saying. Had I not been able to prove that I'm not in any way offending Native Americans, because anybody who listens to the video will understand what I'm saying, they would say, oh, I said Native Americans. And that's the whole point. When they're talking and they say, well, I made it sound like in the video where I say I apologize if I offend Native Americans, like there was a pause. There is a pause. So clearly it's translate my English into an English they can understand or into their language because the way a Native American speaks, especially someone from New York, there is a pause. It's not Native American. It's not a Native American. It's the full sentence. And that's my point. This is why this isn't mind reading. It's more to argue. I would spend all this time arguing with them, where clearly you can't, if I'm saying something in a sentence, there is a pause in that. So they said in the video that I'm going to upload, I paused longer than the pause in the original video. And that's my point. I would spend too much time arguing over things. That's why when we shouldn't be around one another. I think if I'm saying a sentence where I talk about my